Hello. Hello. If there's anyone here. Does it look like we have anyone in
Hello.
chat?
I see CJ and Simon in chat.
Wow. That's incredible.
Hello.
That's more than I expected. And that's just us. Hey, everyone. Welcome to the Hexagon TTRPG. I'm Brent, and I'm thrilled to have you join us for today's adventure. We're diving into another epic, absolutely epic actual play TTRPG episode. Grab your dice, settle in. Let's roll, everyone. Today we're going to be playing with Peter, who's going to be introducing himself next week as Tomas, and Anna as Quinn T314. And she'll also be introducing herself next week. So look out for that.
Yep.
I say next week because I don't think it's my campaign next week.
In 2 weeks, most likely.
In 2 weeks, most likely. Make sure to say hi in chat. If you're new here, hit that follow button to stay in the loop. You can also catch up on past episodes and more content over on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads, all at the Hexagon TTRPG. Let's get this game started. So, it's been a little while. Tomas, Quinn T were sidelined for a little bit as Wilm and Otto had a solo duo. solo duo doesn't seem to make sense, but it does. Adventure as they traveled through. I have it in my notes here a mostly empty facility,
No.
and they and as they made their way out. After being split up with you guys by a pile of rubble, they saved someone, they met a strange creature, and then they met what looked like a Spartan angel straight out of Master Chief Chronicles, but Mario Hiroyuki decided to intervene, and maybe they met their match. But we're going to rewind time for a second. And as the rubble settles, dust up in the air, vibrations through the building. Tomas, Quinn, you're here in the underground facility alone, but together. A solo duo. What's the first thing you do as you look at each other?
Are you okay? I'm already like.
Kind of look around. I'm fine. How are you? I think I'm gonna like grab your arm, maybe lift you up a little bit, like take a look at you.
I'm okay. You can let go now.
I'm gonna take a look around quickly, just like see if there's can we. What's the vision like? Is there lights? Is there?
Let's orientate ourselves.
Yeah, I think it's like dim, like flickery emergency lighting kind of thing. Like maybe like the overhead lights like flicker out and then the emergency lighting flicks on, but it kind of like is like fading. It's in that bouncy light effect.
Okay.
Quinn, you let go of Quinn. She anime wiggles the legs and falls to the floor as you search around the room for a second. Why don't you go ahead and just roll me an intellect check. We're gonna dive right in really quickly here.
Sure.
Do we both do
both
it?
of us?
Well, Tomas was the one searching around. If you want to help Quinn, I would say then go ahead and roll as well. And this is going to be related to perception or investigation, like searching out your environment. I think you're sussing out the situation.
Okay. Wow! I'm back. That's a natural one.
Oh no!
GM intrusion.
Oh my god! I'm blind.
How about you, Quinn?
Let me do it. Sorry, I was just looking if danger sense could help me, but that's for initiative rolls, so hopefully that's not the case. Let me roll.
He's got a nat 20.
Like a 4, like a beautiful 4.
Wow, starting hot. We're starting real hot this session. So, hot for me, not hot for you. So on a nat 1, that's a GM intrusion for free. The both of you, I think, Tomas, you go up to the rubble and you listen for a second, and I think you faintly hear the voices of your companions as on the other side of the rubble. I think the first thing they did was discuss what to do. I think Otto had even like plastered himself as he was like listening to vibrations. Before you get a chance though to try and communicate, the ceiling starts to cave in. Everything around you starts to become less visible. You hear grinding. This section of the hallway, unlike the stable section that they're in, is starting to collapse.
Mm.
Um,
Well, yeah. Can I talk to my AI?
you can talk. You can talk to your AI. I think you guys are seconds away from being
Yeah.
buried in rubble.
Oh
So
yeah, okay,
what
so
do you
it is
say to
the
your
very
AI?
dull now. Okay.
Yeah. Immediately like squat down like instinctually and then kind of like dive away from where like the brunt of the noise is coming from, and I'll like tackle Quinn along with me and just sort of like try and get as far as possible.
Absolutely. So you're going to roll me a speed roll. This is going to be a difficulty 4. And Quinn, you're contacting your AI right now. What are you kind of your AI is like? Do we have a voice for your AI? Because that's supposed to be me, right?
Yeah, I mean you can improvise, however, the AI chose me and not the other way around after all. Um
I
but
just
I
don't
wanted
remember if
to
you and
know.
I had come up with a voice for it, or if
Oh, I don't think so.
no.
No, we just came up with his name for now. Or her name. It can be a girl. It doesn't matter.
What's the name of the AI?
Hermes.
Hermes. I feel like Hermes talks quick like this.
It could be.
Incredible.
Hermes, quickest route out of here.
Quickest way out of here. So Hermes is going to do an intellect roll on his end.
Hmm.
Or was he supposed to be? Oh my god. I rolled a nat 20 off the cuff. What's your speed roll?
My speed? Oh no,
No,
Peter's.
no, my speed. Okay.
Peter,
Can
yeah.
I apply running to this as
I
a?
would let you apply running to this.
Okay, thank you.
That's one step easier, so your
That's a
target number is 9.
D12. 1 second.
A D12?
Okay, all right, 15.
15, perfect. And you beat it by more than 5. So Tomas, you quickly grab Quinn and start running forward. But I think that on a 15, you don't stop. And you just keep going down these corridors, and they start kind of breaking. You see water start bursting out of one, and then filling that part of the hallway and going around. And you like bash into a door, and then keep barreling down this corridor. Some of them a little bit more or less lit and then the others, as your kind of like eyes and vision try to adapt. But I think you don't know where you're going right now. It's too quick, but because you've beaten it by more than 5, I think you know that you have to keep being quick. Quinn, though, in your arms, you can hear her communicating, and so you start talking to Hermes. Hermes like, "Yeah, I have the best way for you," and then like up on your bubble helmet starts like, basically giving you like a GPS signal of like where to go.
I start yelling to Thomas all the directions, like a GPS at that point.
Incredible.
Thomas, take a left in 300, I mean in 2 seconds.
Immediately takes a left.
The
Right
other
through a
way.
wall.
Yeah.
Hermes is just like as Tomas is kind of like sporadically like breaking through stuff and is like modifying the route as you go. I think on a nat 20, let's hold on. There's a special roll section here. The nat 20s allow for major effects. Yeah. So I think on a nat 20, you're getting the directions in real time, and it's adjusting as the facility is kind of changing right now.
Amazing.
You are guided, the both of you, and Tomas bursting out of this final kind of like collapsing hallway behind you, get to a stable part of the facility. It is quite a ways away from where you started. I think you're running for a good like 3 to 5 minutes, bursting through, making your way. Quinn kind of being held and sheltered from like all of the debris. But the nat 20 allowed you to avoid basically I had a bunch of obstacles I was going to make you guys roll through, but we're not going to do that.
Phew.
Instead, we're in a room on the other side. Now, as
That
you
was pretty
both-
crazy, eh?
Where do we go now?
Where do we go now? Indeed, I look around. Where are we right now?
Yeah, I think you see on your screen like Hermes is like looking for like a way out of the facility, and it's like all these like little red X's. Like there's no open path out. As you look around in this open room, it seems like this is a mostly like a garden, like a gardening type of room. You see that it's mostly like full of like potted plants and things like that, although there are some what seem to be like dirt areas on the floor, with things being cultivated there. And as you look around, I think Quinn, you realize that this is the room that my god, I keep wanting to call her something else. Give me 1 second.
The girl that was making explosives last time?
Yeah. Achimo.
Yeah, there you go.
This is the room that you saw her last time when she was had enveloped you kind of in vines and then let you go, and just seemed like a very intelligent, although maybe unstable person. I do have a question. Tomas was like holding you. Tomas, are you like still going to be holding Quinn? Or do you put her down, or is this like a now you put her on your shoulder as like your GPS thing?
No, definitely still holding her. I think he kind of grabbed her awkwardly at first, and then was like, as he was running, he was kind of like on, all threes, you could say. He was kind of like
Like a gorilla.
animal mode, yeah. And so now he's just kind of standing there and like still got her maybe like slung over his shoulder or something.
From the higher spot I am in, can I look around to see if I do see Achimo even there?
Yes, I think you unawkward yourself a little bit, maybe sit up on his
Yeah,
shoulder.
I just like
and look
adjust
around.
myself a bit there.
Absolutely. And so now you have this higher up position, and Tomas is kind of creeping around looking at what's going on. You see her first, Quinn. Achimo's like splayed out on the floor, and is just kind of lying there.
Oh, Tomas, can I go over there? This is someone similar to you.
Kind of like carefully make my way towards the body.
Right, you make your way over, and I think both of you just see her, and it doesn't look like there's any blood, but she's not moving. And you can see that there's like a crack in the ceiling and like a little bit of rubble like nearby.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get off, Tomas. Actually, Tomas, can you put me down, please? I just need to check something real quick. Thank you. Thank you so much, Tomas. And I go and check her pulse. Get close to her.
Yep. As your hand touches her skin, you can feel a little bit of like an energy, some sort of a reaction as it pulls that energy almost out of you into her, and you can feel her pulse quicken a little bit, and you see that her breathing becomes a little bit sharp and her eyes flutter, and as they start to open, and focus on you, she goes, "What? You?"
Yeah, me. Well, we don't have a lot of time. This place exploded. I just want to check if you're okay.
It did. She like touches her head and like starts to get up, looks over at Tomas. She goes, "Oh." And as she reaches for you, Tomas, you sense all the plants around you start to like close in and like touch your body. And then she pulls back, and the plants kind of like go back to normal, just sway for a second. And she closes her eyes, holds her head, and she looks at you, Quinn. And on a mechanical level, she is impaired right now. So she just, sorry, I don't have full control of my powers right now. I seem to have been, and then as she like kind of like was rubbing her head like in her hair. Her hand comes away
Mhm.
with just a little bit of blood. She goes, I think I was
You
struck.
probably have a concussion, you.
Yes, that's the word.
She is hurt.
Yes, Thomas. Can you? Would you mind if he carries you for now? I think the best thing for us is to get out of here at the moment.
I agree. She
Thomas?
looks at you, Tomas, and she's like, Can I just like stick to your back?
You may.
So she like goes up behind you and then like climbs onto your back, almost like if she was gonna do a piggyback type of thing, and then you feel her like to remove her arms and then remove her legs. And Tomas says like you like turn like what just happened? You try to take a look at your back.
I do a couple spins, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
Quinn,
can't
you
see
what
her.
happened, which was she made herself into like Bulbasaur's bulb on the
Oh my
back.
gosh!
So basically, there's like a little plant bulb now there, and you both hear her as she kind of speaks psychically. Just says, "I'm going to be recovering, but I'm conscious and available. What do we do now?"
Because this is the situation. Okay, we are, and here this place is not stable. It's stable so far, but everything else has fallen. There's no way to exit besides that one hole in the ceiling.
I can bring us up there. And
y-
I'm just sort of taking like wide lunges and like bending over and like kind of twisting my body and seeing how it like moves with this thing attached to my back.
Yeah, I think that she's fairly light.
Okay.
You know, as light as Quinn was when you were racing around the facility.
Okay.
Definitely not causing you much mobility impairment.
Thank you, Shai.
Oh, thank you.
2 years. Oh my gosh.
It's crazy.
2 years.
Almost.
Wait, what are you trying to do?
Well, after I kind of get familiar with the weight of this thing, is there like a wall or any rubble that is close to the hole? Like, is there a way to kind of make my way up to it at all, or is it just sort of in the middle of like an empty spot in the ceiling?
The crack in the ceiling, I think, like, seeing as how you're like, do you have climbing as a skill?
I do. Yeah.
As well? Yeah, so I won't even make you roll. Like, you just kind of like, I would say almost like bouldering. You like use cracks with just your arms and like make your way up there. And as you get there and you kind of like start feeling around and stuff, there's a lot of tech in this facility. And I think as you're putting your hand in here and you're feeling all these sharp edges, like jagged, like almost like taut, like rope, not rope, but like wires and things that are in here. You feel like a, you know, you have to like take your hand out quickly. It doesn't seem like this is a seam or something that you would be able to widen.
Okay.
And as you come back down, Hermes is going to come back to Quinn, and I think just like out loud, you'll hear, I looked through the facility, and it seems like most of the movement patterns for the different room blocks have been offlined. But at the control facility, which is actually nearby, we should be able to move the control not module itself up to the surface. The only problem is I think that there are some enemies between us and the module.
Okay, yeah. And I also wonder where our other friends went to.
Yes.
But
We cannot go through here. We must find. We must take
Hermes
the
like,
other way.
I can help with that. And then you like see like a fuzzy like map, and you see like some blinking dots where your friends are making their way through the other half of the facility. And so you have a semi-clear route up to the surface that they're taking, but on this side, it seems like one of the monster holding pens was busted wide open. And then you see like on your half of the map, there's like not a clear path, and there's like a bunch of like paths being made, and then there's like a red dot making its way directly towards you guys, and the Hermes is just like, I guess there's incoming.
Oh, thank you, Hermes, for finally getting that information to me. Okay, well, this is what I think our plan should be. Tomas and Achimo, we can meet with other experiments, get to the control room, and get the fuck out of here. How does that sound?
But there's monster coming here.
Yeah, there's a big monster coming, actually. So
Good,
we
distracted.
might need
I'm gonna stay like sort of hooked onto the ceiling in the crack.
to.
Right, perfect. Quinn, do you do anything in the few seconds before something shows up?
Can I get Thomas to also carry me? No, it's alright.
I'm on the
I'm
ceiling.
happy.
Can you
Yeah,
get up
Every
to
time
me?
up, like says, picky up.
I'm just gonna hide someplace for now.
Absolutely. Perfect.
And stay
So roll
quiet.
me a speed check to hide of like a technique. Because speed is also technique in this.
Let me check also.
Yeah.
Okay. I have speed defense. Does that help me in any way?
Not for this. No. Not for
Yeah, thank you. A 12.
A 12. Your target number in my head was basically a 9. Well, in my head. I'm about to tell you what the target number is anyways. You roll 12, you feel like you're sufficiently well hidden amongst a few plants. Tomas is distracting, kind of like swaying a little bit hanging from the ceiling, and out of the wall opposite from where you saw where opposite you, the place where you saw the red dots coming to on the map, bursts out what looks at first like a drill. But as it spins through the air, 4 legs flop out. And it lands. You hear it go, and the drill face kind of like untwists into these like 4 metallic ended tentacles, and what look like eyes kind of like set on the inside of the mouth, kind of like red and glowing as this canine drill monstrosity comes into the room and immediately sets its eyes on Tomas. So your stealth roll succeeded, so you definitely are able to surprise this thing right now.
Okay. I am going to throw a rock in the other side of the room to distract it from Tomas.
The old double distraction.
Yeah, double distraction.
I will say, in Cypher, so I was just looking up the rules before we got into this session. I had to like beef up my little rule guide that my companion guide. Something cannot be double distracted because distracted is a status, and what it does is it makes it so that the monster's attacks are 1 step more difficult to hit stuff.
Okay. Well, then...
So Tomas is already being the distraction, so you're free to do something else.
My only idea is to go to the exit, like the place it came from, and like go towards there while it's distracted with Tomas. Like pretty much like, let's get out of this room, try to outrun it, maybe?
Sure. Do you attempt to inform anyone, or you're just going straight, you're sneaking around?
She's ditching me.
It's just because, like, if I do, like, yeah, if I'm already on the run, I'm already a step ahead of it. So I'm just gonna be like, Thomas, let's get out of here.
Absolutely. So you
ignore the bastard.
You start sneaking around. You get over towards that tunnel. Tomas, this creature seems to be set and distracted by you right now. Because it's on the floor and it's on all fours, I'll say that the way that you've positioned yourself hanging from the ceiling, you're out of reach for it unless it really like goes at you. So I'll give you a whole action here to kind of do what you will while it's just before it kind of like takes its turn.
Okay. You said it's vaguely canine-esque.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna jump off the ceiling and onto the creature. Just kind of leap forward.
Yeah, you just hear Ashmo like from your back, like, "What are you doing?" You get onto this drill wolf, and what do you do while on the just like the wolf is like,
yeah, like land on top of its back or whatever, and then I see like Quinn's already sort of making her way out and away and calling out to me, so I'll just sort of like leap off it and towards her, and maybe like hope I don't know, like push it down onto the ground or something.
Yeah, absolutely. So you jump on it, it gets a little bit frightened, and I'll say that you're absolutely able to capitalize on that and then jump off it again. And what I'll do is count this as a sort of like intimidation check.
Okay.
So if you'd like to roll me a might roll as you jump off of it to show it how strong you were as you push it to the ground.
Okay.
Your target number, because it was distracted and then there was something behind it, is only going to be a 9.
Okay. I will use I believe it's called effort. I will use an effort, which costs 2.
3
Well,
might, but if you have an edge,
yeah, I do have an yeah, -1 for might. All right, here we go. Okay, so that's a 6.
that's a 6. All right, a 6 is not enough to scare it off.
Okay.
So you do this, you jump over to where Quinn is. The both of you are next to this hole in the wall, and you can see it's like a path that like leads like through into some other rooms and stuff, and it was like drilling its way through the walls here. You hear the faint sound of like barking almost from down the tunnel. And while it wasn't enough to scare it off, you have effectively cut it off from the rest of its pack. So it turns to face you and starts to kind of like prowl back and forth. And I think you can tell that it knows that you know that this is the only exit. But that if you start climbing through this tunnel, it definitely has a, you know, like the advantage basically of movement, of like being able to come after you. Because the tunnel is like, you know, it's like I would say it's like half the size of a person, right? It's like a circle dreaded drilled through.
How far are we from the hole?
I'd say you guys are just like a couple of meters from it.
Okay.
You're right there. So like if you wanted to go in and like chance it, you could. If you like, oh, how fast can we go? Can we be quicker than this wolf charging? That's definitely on the table.
Okay, I think
I have a question.
Oh yeah, no, go ahead.
Okay, so because I've been in this facility for a while and you know we deal with experiments, would there be a chance that I have kind of like a tranquilizer that was like a safety measure in case an experiment would go crazy or something, you know, just working in this facility?
Oh yeah, you want to roll me? I'm okay with that kind of thing. Roll me a luck check, and if you get higher than 10 on the d20, so 11 or higher,
I'll take my chances.
If it's less, there are no tranquilizers left in the facility because Dr. Mario Hiroyuki does not believe in those.
No worries. Let's see. Oh, damn it, it's a 9.
You remember using the last one just last week and being like, oh, we should replenish these. And he was like, what? Why would we replenish? They'll always behave. It's not going to be long anyways.
Damn it, doctor. Okay, Thomas, do I
Hmm?
have a weapon? I never. Do I actually have weapons on me?
Do you? I mean,
I hope
do you?
so.
Have I been given a weapon
You got a gun.
in my
You got a
life?
gun in your
I
pocket,
got
right?
a gun. Do I have a gun? See, if I do, then I'm just gonna try and shoot at it. I've never shot a gun in my life, but I'll try.
Oh,
For shotgun. If
roll for gun.
there's a lot to unpack here. Okay, do you think you would have had weapons on you?
Yeah.
Okay, would it have been a gun?
Well, usually I would use my own, wheels to get rid of things, but against the dog running at you, my wheels, my rolling skates, my
We don't say
blades.
that word here, okay?
I don't.
No, we don't say that. We don't say that here.
They're traumatized by wheels.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I'm not. I'm fine with wheels, actually. somewhat.
No, you're not, okay?
Okay, wait.
So I'm fine with you having a gun, for the record.
Yeah, okay.
It would be, I would make it a light weapon, so it's like basically like a ray gun. So it light weapons. What do they do? They give you things are one step easier to hit,
Okay.
but they only do 4 damage.
Okay.
Or is it 2? It's 2 damage.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to shoot at
For
the.
reference, it's 2, 4, and 6. Those are the damages in this game. Like, damage is very low.
So it's a 2 damage, you said, not a 4.
Yeah, if you hit with the gun.
Okay, perfect. No, I'm gonna attempt. Thomas, wish me luck. And I think my ray gun.
Absolutely.
I'm
AI.
facing the creature, so my back is to you at the moment.
I shoot from behind. Like I use you as a cover, and I try to shoot with the ray gun at the thing.
Okay, so Tomas is facing away from the creature, and then you hide behind Tomas.
No, I'm facing the creature.
No, he's facing the creature. He's away from me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. So then, yeah, you can definitely kind of like crouch,
Exactly.
do the lean out, and take a shot.
Okay. So let me roll. No, it's a 6 this time. I'm changing my dice.
A 6. Yeah, a 6 does not hit this creature, and as you shoot, it kind of like dodges out of the way. At this point, I think that the creature is going to lunge forward, and basically try to take a bite out of Tomas, which is the bigger threat. We're well past initiative. So that means that, Tomas, you're gonna have to make me a either might defense or speed defense roll.
Okay. Either or works for me.
Well, if it's either you dodge and then it's
Oh no, I'll stand my ground. I'll try and stop it in its tracks.
then it'll be the might defense.
Yeah, might. Here we go. Oh my god, that's a freaking 3.
3, and it kind of sinks the ends of those tentacles into your arm. They kind of like wrap around and then kind of sink in, and it takes a leap back and starts to pull, and you feel your arm get like, basically you're grappled by this thing as it starts to pull you, and it starts to bark at the same time, and you hear like a it's going to be hard for me to bark with my throat hurt, but it's like like almost like it's trying to scare you, but you feel like it's projecting its voice to try and go down the tunnel.
Sure.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Your Sherman dogs weren't here.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna sort of like try to like fight with it a little bit as it's got my arm wrapped up. Do I take damage at all?
Yes, you were going to take 4 might damage.
Ooh, okay. Understood. Okay. I mean, it's got like barbs or whatever. That's what's hurting me right now, but it's not like taking any extra initiative to attack me.
No, it seems to be holding you here. Yeah, and I think it's like it's not the barbs. It's like the long, like I said, like bladed part at the end of the tentacles. So if the tentacles wrapped around and then it's anchored into your arm.
Okay.
There's 4.
Yeah, I think I'll like maybe even do like another rotation, so it's like got another loop around my arm.
Yeah, nice
I'm
and
gonna
tough.
like and I'm like pulling a little bit, and I'm looking at it, and I'm going to just try and exert a little. I'm not trying to like rip its tentacles off or anything. I'm just trying to like display my strength in a way that would like intimidate it or have it like realize like it shouldn't be doing this.
Okay. I'm going to require something from you, which is if you want to do this action, it's going to cost you basically the cost of effort. So in this case, for you, 2 points of might, and that is going to allow you to make a might roll. And if you succeed on the roll, you will be able to basically manhandle
Okay.
kind of the drill dog.
Okay, so I gotta buy into it first. What if I
You gotta
have
buy into it to be able to, use that effort and then control it.
What if I have a special ability that essentially lets me manhandle it?
Ooh, what's the ability?
Called Control the Field.
Okay.
So it says here it's a melee attack that inflicts 1 less point of damage than normal, but regardless of whether you hit the target, you maneuver it into a position you desire within immediate range. So I can like kind of drag it towards me.
Hell yeah. Does that cost you usually a point of might or something?
The cost is 0 because
of your edge.
Because of the edge, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, then your special ability gets rid of my wanting you to buy into that. You tighten up that grip. You look at this wolf. You start to move it. Where are you trying to move it? What are you trying to do with it?
I'm just trying to bring it like closer to me.
Okay, so you, I think, move your body all in one fluid movement all of a sudden, and it gets pulled right in front of you again. And I think you see those eyes on the inside just go like, oh, like wide, because now you're looming over it. Your action was to do that.
Yeah.
Quinn, I'm going to say it's your turn at this point. Do you want to do something in this moment as it gets pulled right in close to Tomas?
It's like Tomas doing so good. I feel weird to just walk closer with the ray gun to get like a very close shot, so that way I'm sure I can't miss. Should I just no? I'm a scaredy cat. I'm gonna delay my turn and wait what happens between their interaction.
Okay, perfect. You delay your turn, but Amicho is going to take this opportunity, and as it kind of like gears up to do something on its turn, all of a sudden it looks down and realizes that there's some vines wrapped around its forepaws, and so as it kind of like startled looks down and then looks back up, Tomas, I think you have the opportunity to do something right now.
Okay, can I? Well, I just want to kind of like push it down onto its side and like put my weight on top of it and just sort of pin it down.
Yeah, I'm going to say that between your ability to maneuver the battlefield and also Amicho helping a little bit by using a rooting ability right now, you're able to pin it down and immobilize it. So it struggles for a second, does that animal thing where like the paws kind of are going and they try to like push you off, but you have a good enough control that you're able to stop it here. And it's like breathing like that, and I think you see probably like a tongue come out.
I'm exhausted.
as it's just like stuck here now.
Mhm. Yeah, and I'll just kind of like stay on top of it until it really like runs out of energy. And I want to make it like clear to it without really speaking, just sort of like through the fact that I'm pinning it down. Imply that like I'm not really trying to kill it.
Yeah, I mean, you're not necessarily hurting it. You have it here. Tentacles still wrapped around your arm. And I think that as you have that there and you're holding it down and it breathes, I'll have you roll. I guess this is intellect. And you're going to try and basically communicate with this being.
Perfect.
Yeah, your target number here is 9.
Okay.
And you're going to want to exceed this by 5. So.
Oh, okay. I am trained in placate animals.
Okay. So target number 6.
That helps. All right.
So, but succeeding by 5, 11 would mean that you achieve some sort of true communication here, and not just we won't hurt each other.
Okay. Here we go.
You got
What is a 2?
No!
I will, if you let me intrude right now,
no.
I will let you basically communicate with this drill hound.
What's the catch, though?
You have to let me GM intrude.
That like you can do that at any point, right?
Yes, I'm
Like
bargaining.
you get like a. Oh shoot! Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Right. As you have this
that can
moment,
happen.
you have this moment. You're seeing eye to eye, and it loosens its tentacles, and you feel the barbed points. The barbs kind of like go back to like flat, and it withdraws its spikes. But just as you're about to kind of like be able to like move your arm and maybe help it up or have a moment with the drill hound, 3 huge rats come through the hole, squeezing themselves. There's got scales mixed in with the fur, kind of like pustules on them, ravenous, just bursting out. One of them is immediately going to take a swipe at you, Quinn, and you just see like hear Hermes like sounding off like in your helmet all of a sudden, like, I'm sorry, I didn't see them. So you're gonna have to make me a might defense roll. Or sorry, you're trained in speed defense, correct?
Yeah, I got speed defense, baby.
Yeah, so you can make a speed defense roll instead to dodge out of the way. Or skate out.
That's it. Get like the little tingliness in my neck as that thing tries to get to me. I rolled a 1.
No!
This is going terribly.
We're gonna die down here.
A lot of bad rolls.
I'm gonna get chewed alive by
I'm
rats.
just waiting. We'll get a 20 eventually. Well, you already got a 20.
I got a 20 that one time.
Hold on, there's enough enemies that I actually have to write stuff down now.
Oh boy.
Okay, and then we got the rats that came in. GM intrusion, rat hits Quinn and knocks your helmet off.
No, Hermes!
That can happen.
And you just hear Hermes like, no, as he flies off and lands on one of the other rats.
Oh my god!
As it like scampers behind you. It's got like a big wart, and the helmet lands on it. You hear like a and it like gets suctioned on. The two of you are here, the drill hound, the rats. I'm going to require initiative at this point to see who acts first as the situation has changed.
All right. In it.
I need a different dice. I can't roll down either now. Oh, I finally got a good roll where math is a bit
It's off the
less,
table.
maybe, but
It's a 9.
I got 18.
What, 9?
9.
18?
Mm.
Rats? 19?
Oh, what?
Drillhound? 9.
Me and my boy.
Both of you at the same time, but not before the rats. Boom, boom, boom. All three of them come for Tomas and the hound. So the one with the helmet goes for the hound first. They start to fight, and the rat gets a nasty bite in on the drill hound. And you can see that
How?
it is now kind of a little bit impaired as it like limps on 3 legs.
Oh.
But it's got a helmet on.
The rat has the helmet on.
The red hat.
Yeah. Oh, the drill hound gets attacks in.
Yeah.
The drill hound gets attacked by the first rat. The other two seem like they're going after the hound as well, and they're trying to like push you away from it. And so the first one, which is like a red discolored color, unlike the other two, this one seems like a little bit more bloated, a little bit more nasty. This one is going to attack you first, and so I'm going to need a might defense roll.
Okay. I didn't mention it before, but I am trained in might defense.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, come on. You're not going to believe this, but it's a natural 1.
That do bad things for my players. Hold on.
I think that's like, was that number 3?
I guess that's like a nat 20
CJ,
for
help
the
me.
monster, right?
Oh god, I'm gonna die.
Okay, it's going to do. My god, it does 5 points of damage to you.
Oh
God.
that was might, eh? Oh damn.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then the other rat will come in, and then you have to roll another might defense roll.
Yeah.
Your target number is 9 again because you are trained in might defense.
Another
It would have been 12 for these guys, unlike the drill hound.
Right. Okay. That was 5 damage. Okay, wait, one second. It's not looking good. All right. Here we go. Come on, it can't be bad again. Just based on the odds. 11.
11 works. So as it comes in for the attack, you're able to. How do you fend off this blow from the rat?
I'm being gnawed on by one rat. I will like rotate my body so that it is unable to gnaw on me because there's another rat in the way. I'm just making it
like
difficult.
Smack it with its own rat buddy.
Trying to like hold the other rat in front of it so that it can't get to me.
Incredible. As that one gets smacked away, that was the 19. Who was the next one on the initiative after the 19? Was it Quinn?
It was Quinn.
Yeah, I think so. I got an 18.
Yes. Yeah, you just weren't fast enough. As you leap after the rats, what are you doing?
I'm pissed that one got my helmet now. I'm gonna try to shoot at its feet or something, like its tiny feetsies.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna roll to attack him. Is it how does it work again? Is it like a might roll technically, or?
This is a speed roll because you're using your gun, so it's
Okay.
like based.
Okay.
And it is what your target number would be a because I've already revealed it, and I don't really feel like not telling you guys what target numbers are. Would have been a 12, but it's distracted by the drill hound, so it's a 9.
Okay. So I'll try to go for that game. I got a 9.
Oh. That works.
It's good.
Need to beat. And so with a 9, you sprint forward, whip out your little like ray gun, and shoot.
Give me that helmet back.
Do 2 damage. You can like hear like on the speaker from your helmet, just, like Hermes going like, "Go Quinn, Go, Quinn.
At least I got some cheering.
Incredible. You do damage, and the rat's like, and you like see like some blood in its fur now. It did damage, but you can tell like this thing's still pretty healthy.
Mm-hmm.
The drill hound, seeing you whip the rat's head back away, launches an attack and gets a mighty grapple it, doing the same thing it was doing to Tomas, does the 4 damage, and now the rat is looking pretty hurt. And
Oh
also,
shit! The hound is helping us out. Can we have it as a pet, please?
This thing wants to live.
Yeah, me and
No, and now we're back to Tomas.
Okay. There's a lot of commotion going on all at once. I would like to activate a special ability. It's called Emotional Frenzy. Effectively, it's a rage. But in Tomas's case, he begins to feel sort of all the emotions of everyone and everything around him in this moment. So I know Quinn was saying that she was a little scared earlier, but I think now maybe that's not the case because your helmet's been stolen. How are you feeling right now? How's Quinn feeling? Oh, you're muted.
I ain't happy at all. I need that.
Not happy.
I need the helmet back. Also,
Okay.
I'm sorry. It's just I was looking through and I just realized, like a dumbass, I have a skill that literally says no need for weapons, where I'm supposed to not use them. And I forgot I had it all along. I can take it off and choose something else.
Okay, pause for a rules moment for 1 second. Can you read the skill out loud to me?
Yeah, it's literally called no need for weapon. When you make an unarmed attack, you can choose whether it is considered a medium weapon or a light weapon. Enabler.
Oh, nice.
I guess it doesn't stop the fact that I have a pistol. Like I can just, in case I don't have a pistol, then
Yeah,
I
I
can.
was gonna say maybe we make it so that you can have a stun gun, Star Wars style. Very cool. And so instead of that is your unarmed attack. It's like this is like your no weapons weapon.
Okay.
Makes sense.
I like that. Okay. So it's not to do damage, but you know.
It does damage. Does damage all the same. It's you said it acts as either a medium or a light weapon.
Yeah.
You get to choose.
Okay.
It means you can set it right. You can like turn up your stun gun to maximum setting.
Yo.
Lethal mode.
I like that.
Please help keep me accountable. Light weapons make it 1 step easier to hit things.
Okay.
So if these things are a 12 target number, right? So if they're level 4, then if you are using a light weapon, they should already be level 3. So if it's distracted, it should be a level 2.
Okay. Call out essentially the weight of the weapon.
Yeah, just help remind me it's a light weapon.
Okay.
I'm not remembering.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Emotional frenzy.
Yeah, emotional frenzy. Before I activate it, I just want to confirm something. It's an enabler, which means it doesn't take my action, right? Or does that mean I'm activating it?
I believe it does not take your action. An enabler is just something that boosts you passively.
Okay, yeah, because it says like it still costs me 1 point. I can activate it, like technically, I guess, during combat, but because it's not an action, it doesn't actually use up. Like I can still do something after using this special ability, right?
I think so. Let me search really quickly.
Yeah, just because control the field is an action, so I'm just going off what I have here on the sheet, but just in case.
That didn't work the way that I wanted it to. For all of you at home, I'm just searching through the rules right now. Enabler. There are many instances of this in the rulebook.
I do think it's something like a passive. 'cause
I think so
remember-
too, but I just want to be sure. I don't want to like
Mm.
do two things in the turn if I'm not supposed to.
Using one of these abilities is not considered an action. Enablers either function constantly or happen as part of another action.
Okay. Cool. So as Tomas is standing there with like the rat on his, I don't know, where's it biting him?
Yeah, it's biting you maybe on the shoulder.
Okay, it's just got like claw, like jumped up on top of me. It's biting near my neck or whatever. And Tomas's face is usually just kind of like pretty motionless, and he's got this little bone plate on his forehead, and I think it kind of cracks a little bit inside, and it kind of like opens up, and there's like this little like red fleshy mass that starts to like appear out of it, and it just goes, "Ah!" And there's a little face that kind of begins to scream. And maybe it even starts barking because that's what the tentacle monster was doing. It starts barking. And he's just going to grab the rat and just slam it onto the ground.
As soon as it starts barking, the drill hound starts barking as well.
Yeah.
You slap this thing down. Mechanically, what does that mean for this rat?
So when I'm in my emotional frenzy, I get an extra might and speed edge, and I'm just attacking it. So this is an unarmed strike. It's medium, does 4 damage.
Okay.
All right. Do I have anything to boost that though? No. Okay. So anyways, I am going to use an effort, so it only costs me 1. And here we go. That's a 19.
19 as a special effect. Let's go check out what that is. 19.
Oh, wait, I actually have a freaking well, no, I don't know if I can use it. I have a minor suggestion 19. It's specifically for when I'm fighting multiple foes, so this seems like the perfect time to use it.
Yo.
Yeah, so I can knock one into the other, putting them both off balance. As a result, treat both foes as 1 level lower for 1 round. So I'll just slam the rat into another rat.
Absolutely. Already you had like pushed one out of the way for the attack, and that kind of lined it up for you as you rip it off yourself and slam him into the other one. Amazing. So these two are both off balance for 1 turn. So that. And you do 4 damage to the one that was right in front of you. Oh, 19.
Oh, wait, I do have so like a cheat sheet. Let me just grab it because it does contain information about that. Because I think I if I choose to do the minor suggestion, I think I get rid of like the extra damage it would do.
That's exactly what I'm checking right now. I'm like, do you get the extra 1 damage?
Minor effects.
Inflicts 3 additional points of damage with your attack, or if you'd prefer a special result, you could decide instead that you knock the foe back, distract, or something similar.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm in this instance, I'm slamming them together instead of extra damage.
Okay, perfect. So you do that extra damage, slam them. They're both a little bit weaker for the turn. That goes over to the rat's turns. They're going to attack you, but they're both off balance for the round, which means that they actually attack you lower this time. So you make me 2 might defense rolls, and the might defense rolls target is 9.
Okay. Okay. I'm just okay. I'm not finding it here immediately. What happens exactly if one of my stats drops to 0?
You become impaired. So I have that ready made over here under damage track. Impaired is a wounded or injured state. When you apply effort, it costs an extra point per level. An impaired character ignores minor and major effects on his rolls and doesn't deal as much extra damage in combat with a special roll.
Okay.
In combat, a roll of 17 or higher deals only 1 additional point of damage. When an impaired PC takes enough damage to reduce one of his stat rolls to 0, he becomes debilitated.
Right.
And
Okay.
debilitated is basically unconscious adjacent.
Okay.
If not.
All right. Well, shit. All right. Let's do the first might defense. You said it was might, right?
Yep.
Okay. Here we go. That is a 7.
The 7 fails,
Mhm.
but it only does 3 damage because you've reduced its level for the round.
Right. I'm also trained. I don't know if that changes anything.
You're trained in might defense?
Mhm.
Yes. So instead of the target of 9, the target is 6.
Yes. Okay.
Which means you make it.
Oh
You've
my
reached
gosh.
it just enough. You push it back aside. The second one charges in. Roll again.
Okay.
You just have to get a 6.
Right. Everybody in chat, kiss the dice. Kiss it. Thank you. 7. Yeah.
And a 7. You're able to
Beautiful.
boom stop this one. The last one, which is not impaired and therefore is attacking at the level 4 still, is going to be going for. Oh no, it is grappled, so it is impaired. Is going for Quinn still, as the wolf is trying to hold it back. It like lunges out one last time towards Quinn, kind of like frothing as it's like.
Oh my gosh.
So you're gonna make me a might defense roll, and the target number for you. You're trained.
Yeah, if it's speed defense, my
Yeah,
defense.
you want it to be speed defense
Yeah.
instead because you're dodging and you're trained in it, so it makes it 1 easier.
Yeah. Let me try. Let's do
Your number is also
a
6.
10.
That does it. And so you're able
Yay!
to whisk out of the way, and it
I
does not
slide
hurt.
away from him.
Yeah, you just roll. You skate circles around this rat. Actually,
There you go.
Troll Hound holds it in place. That brings us to you yourself.
Is this the which rat is the one that has the helmet again out of the 3?
The one that you're fighting with the drill hound, I believe, is the one that has the helmet.
So the one that
Is
came
right
at
in
me
front of
just
you
now.
that just tried to attack you. Yeah.
Oh, perfect! I am going to, as it failed to hit me, I'll try to hit him. Like after I slide, like I will slide, get behind him, and then try to kick him from above, like a ballerina kick almost.
Yeah.
I'll try that with my cyborg legs, with my skates.
All right. Line of power on your tech as you chop down with
Yes.
your skate leg. Go ahead and roll.
Okay.
This is a might attack.
Yep.
All right. So your target number is, because he's impaired, 9.
Okay. That works. God damn it! I got an 8.
An 8. An 8 is not quite enough to hit. So as your foot comes nailing down, it basically like falls into the tension that the drill hound has for a second, and you just barely miss. However, the drill hound is going to use this opportunity to basically hurt this thing as it like pounces forward and like scratches it with its claws.
Okay.
So it's going to take some more damage from the drill hound. So this rat's looking pretty bad now. All right, back over to Tomas.
All right. I think the little face on his forehead is like screaming and it's frothing at the mouth too now. And he's just gonna take both of his fists and like smash down on one of the rats that's in front of him. He's just gonna attack.
Might attack. I believe that's the full round, so they've just shaken off. So now it's back to their level 4s again.
Okay. Alrighty. I will use an effort but that is going to impair me. So my might is going to go down to 0.
Sure. So that means that your target number for this rat is a 9.
Am I like canceling out my own effort technically by doing this? Like if I become
I'll say it works for this attack, and then your next attack will be like beginning of the next attack you're impaired.
okay. But would that be how it normally works?
I think so.
Okay.
It's like you put the effort, you put those points into this attack, so this attack is still good, but then it
But then
drained you.
afterwards, yeah. Okay.
Story-wise, it's more.
Oh, it's a 2.
A 2. So it definitely, I think, like you feel your strength start to ebb. You become impaired as you go to hit this rat, and it kind of like dodges out of the way. You feel something within you though, and there's like an energy from your back that seeps into your arms, and you pick them back up. You are back at 1 might, and basically you hear Amicho's voice just like, "Don't let me down." It is still your turn. Oh no, that's your action. So now we're gonna go over to the rats. The rats, breathing heavy. The 2 that were facing you, kind of like look at each other, look at Quinn, look at you, and the big red one that's been fighting you stays on you. The other one starts to circle towards Quinn, and its brethren that's kind of like trapped and like kind of getting beat down on by the 2. And it's going to go after Quinn now. So Quinn, you're going to make me a might defense or speed defense to dodge out of the way of this one.
All right. Again, trained. I think this session is cursed. I think someone's cursing us. And I got a 3
rough.
at
It's
the
been rough.
moment.
3's not going to do it, and you're going to take 4 damage, 4 speed damage, as it kind of like rakes your tech as you kind of like try to dodge out of the way.
Okay, and now it seemed like Peter understood how damage works, but I don't remember how it works.
So you have stat pools, and as you take damage, you reduce the pools.
Oh, okay, perfect. So I'm at 14 then. Thank you.
Okay, the other one is attacking Tomas. So Tomas, make a might defense roll.
You got this.
All right. Can I make a speed defense?
I would let you make a speed defense, yeah, if you want to dodge this time.
Yeah, I'm gonna rationalize it that the energy, the feelings, like the words of Achimon, kind of like maybe like changes, and like the little red face on his forehead kind of like shifts and changes color. We'll say like green for now. I have a list, but it's not in front of me, and it sort of changes, and his whole demeanor changes. He's no more the feral drill hound. He's just much more focused. And I will make a speed defense, and I'm trained in that as well.
All right.
14.
That makes it. Incredible. So a 14 actually more than makes it, and I think that in this case you dodge out of the way, and as you dodge, I believe we're still in Achimo's garden room, right?
Yeah.
And as you dodge, you gain another might back, as some of the plants that you roll over basically touch the pod and then wither away into nothing. And basically you just absorb them.
Interesting. All right.
Perfect. So you get out of the way. 1 rat attacks. The last rat, because it was like getting that slack away from Quinn, turns to attack the drill hound. And the drill hound, you both see it just fully tentacles wrap around the entire rat as it starts to drag it into its mouth, and starts to eat the rat whole. And you see the drill hound's flesh start to grow scales as well. And it starts to get a little bit larger and a little bit meaner looking, as it's like basically it starts absorbing this rat.
That's not good.
The helmet kind of like is like getting like, I don't know, like eaten a little bit here. So Quinn, it goes over to your turn, and I think that you have a moment. You're kind of facing off with a different rat now, but your helmet is about to go into the belly of the drill hound.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to kick the rat, the hound that's eating the rat. I'll try to kick it in the stomach specifically to make it go like. "Bleh!" If I
Well, the
can.
helmet is like, I think you could try and grab the helmet. If
Oh,
you
I
want.
can grab it before it's gone. It hasn't been first thing to get munched in. It's still grabbable.
Yes, it's still grabbable at this point. Like this thing is like a.
Okay, yeah, I'll try to unbonk from the rat.
Absolutely. So you're gonna roll me a speed to kind of like do a little bit of
get there fast
acrobatics
enough.
to jump and get this.
Okay, if I lose the helmet too, it's GG, guys.
Don't worry. I would say that this is target number 6. This is standard.
Got a 9.
Oh yeah!
It's better than a 6. Yeah.
Better than a 6. It doesn't beat it by 5, so it's not graceful, but I think like you jump, grab the helmet, pirouette over, land on the other side of the hound, and I think as you're about to put the helmet on, you notice that it's kind of slimed up.
Oh.
And my question to you is: do you put the helmet on, or do you wait?
I wait. I can still hear Hermes from the side, like even if he's not on top of my head, right?
Hermes is like, I'm so sorry, I can't clean this.
Me neither at the moment, Hermes. Me neither.
Incredible. You kind of like clip it on your belt as you turn back to the last rats. The drill hound has healed up, or is in the process of healing up right now. You see it kind of like regenerating a little bit. But you're still fighting these other 2 rats. Now, I've lost the initiative count. Is it the rat's turn now?
The dog and I had a 9.
Yeah, I was 18.
You had 18, and the rats had 19.
Yeah, but they had just gone, and one of them died, basically giving Quinn an opportunity, which means it's back to Drill Hound and yourself. So the Drill Hound's turn is going to finish eating the rat. So it just and kind of like looks very full, but its face forms back into that drill, and you can see like 2 of the like little slits of metal kind of like basically like move a little bit to expose those eyes on the inside. And it's like there's like, I don't know, he gets those like that kind of mean eyebrows,
Yeah.
like
So cool.
it's ready to attack after like on its next turn, not this one. So Tomas, that means that it's you.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to attack one of the rats in front of me.
Perfect. This is the
But
red one in front of you.
yeah, instead of just smashing, I kind of like, I don't know, I'll like grab it and kind of like squeeze it or try to squeeze it, but I will use control the field to move it as I attack it.
Perfect. And where are you moving it?
I'm going to move it in front of the drill hound, or in front of its line of sight.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, so it's still an unarmed strike, medium melee, but instead of dealing 4 damage, it does 3. And here we go. I'm not going to use any effort. That is a 19. No, sorry, 13. 13. It's a 13. Got excited.
Still good enough to hit the rat.
Okay.
So you do your 3 damage, you said. And it's a 13, so it doesn't do the minor effect. No extra damage. Perfect. It's starting to look pretty hurt. And you move it, you angle it in front of the drill hound, which is rearing or starting to get ready to charge. That brings us to the rats. This one is going to flail back at you, so please roll me a might or speed defense.
Yeah, I'll use speed. Is this the only one attacking me?
This is the only one attacking.
Okay, I'll use an effort. So it only costs 1 because I'm still in my frenzy. That is I thought it was a 1, but it's 2 1s. It's 11.
Perfect. You're trained in speed defense and you're using an effort, so that definitely misses. So I think because you're trying to like move the battlefield, you kind of like and kind of like move your body with precision in this case, trying to like keep it kind of centered in the spot where you want it to be. Quinn, the other one comes for you.
Mm-hmm.
Make me that speed defense roll.
Yep. I thought for a second it was a 1. It's a 7.
A 7 is going to hit you, and the rat just gets a big chunky bite into your side. Those kind of like rat teeth sink in, and it's going to do 4 damage.
Okay. I yell in pain. Get this rat off of me!
After the rats, it is you, Quinn.
As it's biting me, I'm gonna try to use the stun gun on it.
Absolutely. Are you using it as a light weapon or as a medium weapon?
As a light weapon.
Perfect. So that's only a target number 9 to hit.
Hear the cats eating in the background.
They are! You can hear them. Oh my god. I have not rolled above 10.
I can't say anything. I've had pretty bad rolls.
Goes to jail. That's not enough. So you switch up the gun into light mode, go to like shoot this thing, and its tail just like flicks forward and smacks the gun. It's like you could hear it like almost like cackling in delight.
Yeah, it's taunting.
It's daunting. And then the drill hound pounces forward, distracted by Tomas, and I think like you see it drill for the first time, and as it leaps forward, its head starts turning first, and the head just starts to spin, and as it goes into like the second bound of its leap, the legs just fold and the rest of the body starts to follow that head.
Holy shit.
And it just and you see like a bright magical light line up the edge of each of the 4 of those like hard edges of the tentacles that make up its face, as it drills right through this rat. The drill does double damage, so it does 8 damage, and that's how much life the rat has left. So it just leaves
me.
Pulped
right through, and it collapses and wet meat sounds on the floor.
Amazing.
Tomas, that leaves you free to deal with the other rat on Quinn.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, so I mean, Quinn called out, so already kind of like mid spinning around to meet her gaze, and then take a step forward, grab the rat, and then like yank it off her and slam it into the ground.
All right. Roll might. Target
Might.
number 9 is distracted.
And I will use I'll use an effort. Yeah, yanking these rats.
Is Is it distracted? Target number 12. It's not distracted.
Okay. So effort, that's an 11. 4 damage.
Okay, so with the effort, it is target number 9, which means that you do damage it. You do the 4 damage. This thing is pretty hurt now. You grab it from its attack with Quinn, throw it like down onto the ground. It like bounces, rolls for a second, looks up, and it's going to use its action to attempt to flee. And you see it scamper back to the hole and then start to try to squeeze through again. Quinn, this is your turn at this point. Do you want to try to basically like
Stop
shoot
it?
this thing in the butt? Do you want to pop a cap in its ass?
I mean, after it just bit my neck and all, yeah, I'm gonna be vengeful like that. Just a little bit pissed at the scenario that happened.
Right.
Okay.
Roll it up.
It's an 8.
An 8 will hit in this case because it's target number 6 because it is stuck in the hole trying to get away from you. So you pop it. Is your, I guess your gun? You didn't tell me, so it's still on the light mode.
Yeah, it's still light mode. Yeah.
So you pop the cap in its ass. It only does the 2 damage, but this thing is like low health now. And the wolf, I think, at this point, stalks forward. 4 pincers as the drill unwinds, grapples this thing, and drags it back into the room. As the rat's like, trying to get away. Tomas, I think you have the last blow on it. I'm not going to make you roll for anything.
I mean, can I just let it finish it off and eat it?
Yeah, you can just. You want to let the wolf eat it?
Yeah, I'll let the dog eat it.
Sure.
Yeah, I think I'm like just watching it. It seems to like be pulling it out, whatever. I think at this moment though, like the little face, it kind of goes gray, and it kind of like its face goes to sleep. It's like just closed eyes and mouth on his forehead, and so the rest of him just kind of like relaxes too, and he just watches it as the dog consumes.
Yeah, absolutely. So the tentacles start to like starts to twist and bring it back in.
Oh my gosh.
Slowly eat.
Actually terrible.
And you watch as the drill hound heals again, and it's back up to full. And you realize that drill hound's pretty powerful.
Yeah, that's bigger now.
It looks a little bit bigger,
Yeah.
a little healthier, and it regards the both of you. And I think that you, for seconds, see it as a monster, right? But then you notice that its tail is wagging.
It's gonna eat us.
Yeah, probably. Good boy. You did great munching that rat. Yeah, you did. I don't know if it understands me, but
It's just like, whoa!
Thomas. Thomas, thank you for saving my life also.
I'll like lift you up by the arm. Are you hurt?
No, not again. I'm a little bit actually this time, but I'll be fine. Are you hurt?
Look down. I'm just like all bit and chewed up, and he's got like this weird like brackish blood coming out of him.
I think you're more hurt than me. Okay, we really have to get to that control room.
You both hear Avanchel's voice. She's like, perhaps we should just take a second and catch our breath. And then this is my chance as the DM to remind all of you that you have in the Cypher system 4 rests a day. One that is the speed of an action, one that is the speed of 10 minutes, one that is the speed of an hour, and one that is the 10-hour long rest. So you may use however many as you wish in a row consecutively. So if you want to take a short rest of like 10 minutes now, you can like use 2. You can use your instant.
Oh, now I see it.
So it's up to you how many points.
I'm okay with just taking one. Just the action.
Okay.
Take like a deep breath. And then all the wounds kind of like harden up into those like white scars.
It seems like I
Beautiful.
don't have it, but how many recovery rolls do we have?
So it's only the 4 per day, and it is a
Okay.
D6 plus your tier,
which is 1 at the moment.
which is 1.
Oh, okay,
So it's
gotcha.
minimum 2, but probably more.
No, it's at 1. It's at 1. Okay.
No, I meant like because you'll get a 1 on the dice and
Yeah.
1. So.
Mm.
4, 5.
Okay, I got
5.
4.
Yeah, so 5 and 4. So pretty good healing for just a deep breath.
Yeah, that works with me.
Yeah, I think for you, it's like you start cleaning out your helmet, put it back on, and then
Yeah.
Hermes connects to your suit and like starts to stitch itself up.
Bless you.
Thank you. Woo. That was a big sneeze. The drill hound sneeze in the corner.
You. All the tentacles.
Yeah, a bunch of like rat bones come out. Nasty. Yeah, I think the two of you make your way a little bit towards the hole, and the drill hound is gonna like look at you, run to the other, get up, kind of follow, not too closely behind, but will obviously be following you.
I mean, go ahead. Go.
Yeah.
Let us go. And I'll put myself between the drill hound and Quinn.
I mean, again, good drill hound that helped us with the rats. Good guy. Do you know how to get to the control room, big guy?
Drill hound looks at you quizzically. Hermes is like, I am a good guy, and I can get you there.
Well, last time you didn't really help when you forgot to tell us there were rats, did you?
Wasn't my fault. They were hidden by the facility's electronics.
Oh, you're right. I know. I've had a rough day, okay?
You and me both. There was a whole internet before, and it's all down.
Oh god, all the internet is down. Wait, what?
I don't know. Now there's no signals for me to piggyback off of or connections to make. So basically, it's you, me, and I was going to say 30 feet, but 30 meters ahead.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's keep going.
Right. You start to make your way through this like little, opening, this hole that the drill hound had made, and you crawl through to the other side. In the other room, you can see that, it's just like a storeroom. Maybe there's a little bit of food here. Maybe there was a scuffle between the drill hound and the rats for some leftovers that the rats finished off and then came after the drill hound. And as you both make your way following Hermes' directions down some corridors, dilapidated like the one that I have up on the screen, you eventually get to a sort of like kennel area as you get into a larger room, and it has a lot of these like cages. There's still some creatures in here. There's like a plant creature that seems like a little bit venomous and like purple tinge. You see like there's another like couple of these rats. There's like infested rats over in like the corner, like in a couple of cages. You see that a bunch have broken free of like, a bunch of the kennels have been broken open or broken free from or crushed. And you see that the module room in Hermes' data is on the other side of a big open room that's connected to this room. In that room, you hear lumbering, like something moving and grinding stone, and then crunch, 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 and then like a splatter of liquid. There's something big eating over there.
Hermes, what is that?
Hermes just like shows you like a big red circle like in the map over there. And it's like, in video game terminology, I think this is what you would call the boss.
Perfect. Let's avoid the boss. Can we avoid the boss?
Roll me an intellect roll to try and get Hermes to figure out, like, attach, like, basically, I think, like, you, like, start interfacing with the systems in this room.
Oh, finally a good roll, dude. 16? Is that enough? 16.
16.
Sorry.
On a 16, I'll say that you're able to interface with the room. You can release other creatures into the room. There's like some sort of like bird creatures, like an aviary thing.
Oh, there's legit just a lever or something that they can take to release all the creatures.
Yeah, like, well, the ones in this room, yeah, there's like buttons or like levers or something that'll just like open all the cages, which you could also do. But I think that the thing that Hermes allows you to do is that there's like an aviary that it opens up into that, big arena, and then you would be able to just let those birds into the arena.
Okay.
As a potential distraction.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's get the big boss to focus on something else.
All right. So you do that, and then you hear like a and then like flapping wings, and then the lumbering thing just starts moving again. And I think on that 16, you like activate like a little video camera of like with like a viewport, into the room, and you see what it was, and what looks like a giant beaver, but just like more like bear than like, it's like huge and muscled, but like still has like that rat like face almost. The huge tail kind of like behind it, and it was like building almost a nest in the middle of the room, and it starts to like just like wave its hands over the birds that are encircling it now. This seems to be your chance.
Okay, Thomas, this time we're not gonna fight. We're gonna try not to fight. Let's sneak by it. Let's distract it.
And you? He kind of just like nods at you, and he asks about the Achimo on his back. And you?
You nudge Achimo. She's quiet for a second, and then goes, "I'm almost recovered. I wouldn't mind a fight."
We just gotta sneak all together. Quietly.
All right. I will follow you. I'll look at Quinn deep into your eyes.
As a true friendship.
What are you feeling right now?
I am feeling sneaky. I'm feeling dedicated to not get in another fight. I'm focused.
Like mischief? Oh, focused. Okay.
Focused.
Like determined?
Determined.
Okay.
To not get in another fight.
All right. And then like the sleeping gray face kind of like in its sleep, like gets like a really like furrowed brow and determined look on it.
Right. You begin to make your way into this room and sneak. So I'm going to require some speed rolls from the two of you. The drill wolf or the drill hound is not going to get.
Can I go?
Go ahead.
I just shush it. I tried to show like sneaky.
Yeah, it just still looks at you quizzically, but is like treading softly. Yeah, can I help out? Can I help out?
You want to help out?
Yeah, I kind of like look and I'm sort of doing like the same gesture as Quinn, like.
The drill hand goes.
No. And I get low to the ground so it like can mimic me a little bit.
There you go. I crouch too. We can all crouch together.
Yeah.
Right. But both of you roll me an intellect just for fun. All
Okay.
right.
I'm gonna use an effort, and I have animal training, so I'm training it to be stealthy right now.
All right. Well, with effort and animal training,
Yeah.
it brings it to 0.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And so I think just by spending those points, you're able to, it follows in your suit. So I need those speed rolls. It's not going to detract from anything, and it's not going to add to anything.
It's just to have it. Gotcha.
No sneak, unfortunately, but shall
Okay,
try.
I got a 12.
I got a 10.
A 12 and a 10.
Mm.
The 12 is enough.
Oh,
And Quinn, you're sneaking along. The birds are distracting. 10
No.
is not quite enough.
man.
Because this thing is a level 5, which means that the target number was 15. But because you distracted it, the target number was 12.
Mm.
And so as you, I think, make your way halfway around the room, all of a sudden it turns and
Oh,
full big beady beaver eyes just affix themselves onto Tomas. And you see the drill hound behind you just goes like looks at you and
no.
like,
Like, what's it with you?
Yeah.
and it starts to take one lumbering step towards you, then another.
Look at Quinn.
We gotta run.
As soon as you yell, I just go, ah! Just scream at the creature.
Incredible. Are you trying to intimidate it?
Not really.
You
It's
two
just
that
a
you-
reaction.
You guys
Yeah,
all
yeah.
break for it?
We break for it,
yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm going to require one last then speed roll from both of you to get out of this room before this thing can catch up to you.
Mhm.
The target number is going to be 15.
Okay.
So if you would like to apply effort or anything, you know in advance, like this thing is very strong.
Does using the effort just mean I use one of my points from the pool? Or how does
Yes.
it work? Yeah?
So effort is 3 points for the first effort and then 2 for every effort after. Because you're tier 1, you can only apply 1 at a time right now.
Mhm.
And if you have an edge in that pool, you can subtract.
Oh, I
one
do
less.
have an edge. Oh, okay, so it will only cost 2 then.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm gonna use an
Perfect.
effort
So
as well.
Yeah, I'll use one also.
Right? Then instead of having to roll a 15, you each only have to roll a 12 or higher.
I also am trained in running, so
And you're trained in running, so you have to roll a 9.
come on.
I am running on my skill list, but I don't think I'm trained. Thank you.
10.
10 does it.
Come on, babe. Come on.
I got an 8.
No.
I will allow you to succeed with consequences. And basically, as the both of you get out of this room, the drill hound right behind Tomas, Quinn, you're skating, and one of like the feathers from the birds just like gets caught in your skate for a moment, and as you trip forward, you get hit as the beaver swings its tail
Oh,
and
God.
smacks into you. You take 6 might damage, but you get like thrown out of the room, and you just like crash into like and make a heap with the drill hound and Tomas as you guys like roll into the next room.
Holy shit.
Pick you up. Are you hurt?
Yes!
Drop you.
Incredible. But as you guys all tumble, I think like the pod gets knocked off your back, Tomas in this, and Anako is just, or Achimo is gonna be like, oh,
Are you hurt?
okay, I'm fine.
Why are
she,
they
like,
experimenting with giant beavers in here?
I think the giant beaver face is like coming up to the doorway, like, but you guys are like far enough, and you like start walking away from here, and it's just kind of like goes back to its nest, like swats at the birds a little bit. And you make your way into like just through this hallway into the control node. Here, like her eyes glowing green again, like you can feel like the power flowing through her. She breathes easily. Well, that was an adventure to get here, and it seems
Oh,
you've made
yeah,
friends.
but
Looks down at the drill hound. How nice.
I mean, as long as it's helpful, he's fine.
Is it still alive?
So she begins to type on the computer, just like really quickly, and goes, "There are still other experiments that have been left over." And she looks at you, Tomas, when she's saying this, and she seems to be purposely not looking at Quinn.
Experiments.
Should we
Like me.
take them with us?
Yes, we actually got dispersed from 2 of them. Let's see if we
So
can
she
find them.
glances at you, but looks back at Tomas. I think you get the feeling, Tomas, of like she wants to, but she also knows that survival is important. But
Is there like anything on the display that Tomas can sort of like look at?
I think that like you can go like peer at the small screen. It's just like a small screen,
Oh,
like in the controls that she opened up, and basically it's like there's 3 experiments that are within range of the module where like this block like can move to their cells and basically get them. Like it's still functional enough to get them.
But I wouldn't know that.
No, it's just like 3 like it's like what is it, like the generic like person
Oh yeah.
there. It's just like 3 of those blinking.
Okay.
It's like there are 3 available. I can't really tell from here.
Others. We should help them.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we should try and get as many of you guys as possible. These experiments are just cruel and stupid. You can do better out there.
So Ashmo turns to you when you say that. She says, "You think these experiments are cruel and stupid. Why are you here helping them do this?"
I'm not here to help them. I'm here to help someone else. I can explain the mission a lot more once we get out of here with everyone.
But you ate food with us.
Oh, I did. That was the best part of all of this, was actually bonding with you guys. But I'm under pretenses over here. And I think you noticed that the first time we met Achimo. I do have good intentions, I can say at least that, but of course it's up to you to believe me. We did help you though, so that should be something, right?
I did know that you were not here for the typical lab reason, especially seeing as you're not like the other humans. Fine. Perhaps you're not one of us. She looks at Tomas, but you mean well enough.
I'm not one of us, but I'm on your one of you, but I'm on your side. It should be something at least. And this helmet has some information. Hermes?
Hermes is just like, what information you need?
Just information in general. I'm trying to prove a point. You're helpful. You know, even if I'm not the most of help, this helmet is. but this one I have a package
I
with
think
me.
you see like Hermes does like the little hourglass icon, or like it's like it's spinning for a second.
It's waiting.
Well, honestly, boss, we could tell them the truth, although I don't know. Technically, we're exiled, but we shouldn't interfere that much.
I know I shouldn't, but at least with these guys. Once we're out of here, I'm not gonna meddle with things as much anymore. It's just they deserve a better chance. I guess there's a part of me who's gone through experiments myself, maybe, in order to get my cyber legs that has some empathy for these
I
guys
can
too.
understand that, but I don't think we should tell them anything about the tower or the experiment. I think that it might affect things too greatly, especially with the. Oh my gosh! I almost forgot the station. And I don't know if you remember before you left on your trip what had happened to the station.
Oh my god, I don't remember what happened to the station. Did it explode and I forgot?
The station was falling out of the sky. The last
Oh god, I
transmission you
forgot.
heard was it was basically Hermes finding out that the station is falling, and then things started exploding and the facility was rumbling, and you guys got separated by rubble.
Oh, the station! But you said you can't connect to the internet, so we can't connect to the station. So then, oh god.
Yeah,
You
Hermes is
have
like
any...
frantically like running around in your helmet, just like, what do we do?
Oh, why was I the one put in this place? Boss. Okay, we stick to the plan. We still got to get out of here. So let's do that first. Let's survive. And hopefully let's save others to survive too. Right?
Yeah, Machima
Trust you,
nods,
Quinn.
hits a button, and then the module starts moving, like disconnects from that hallway with the beaver. And you leave it behind.
Thank God.
See you.
And I think, Quinn, you're able to collect a little bit of information while you're in this kind of like control room. So as you move towards this next experiment, there's a couple of things that I want to tell you. One, which is these are Dr. Mario Hiroyuki's personal experiments, where he, and you find some of his notes here where he talks about how he thinks that the natural world and natural evolution are much more important than forcing things through magic. And he actually thinks that it would be best to revert a lot of the world, a lot of the changes that humanity has done in the Golden Age. And you find references in these notes with him communicating with things that he calls the seraphim. And it seems like a lot of them agree with this principle of his, and they seem to have given him help in kind of like understanding the magic behind some of the like evolution, like nature magic, basically.
Thank you.
And I think that it doesn't mean anything for anybody else, but for you, like seraphim specifically could possibly be referring to the exiles from the tower.
Which I'm trying to convince to go back to the station, which the station, God knows what happened to it.
Which is now crashing or crashed, ? And also, I mean, like part of it is to convince them to stop interfering. And so this is evidence they are directly interfering with things.
Yeah. Thank you.
That being said, you arrive at the first of these cells. You open it up, and inside is just what looks like a guy wearing trousers, and he's got like anime style, like 3 belts. Right, like it's just, like one is kind of holding the trousers crossways, and a third one for some reason. And he's got those baggy pants, like very muscled, like chiseled chest, mane of hair that kind of like goes down long onto his back, kind of like what I do sometimes with like that man bun behind. And he stretches and gets up, and he was sitting like in the middle of this room, and the room is shredded. There is broken pieces of wood and fabric, just like a sea of debris in here. But he is sitting on this kind of like, he's carefully piled up the debris to be this comfortable seat right in the middle. He gets up and stretches, and what was I gonna?
Bless you.
Bless you.
And the drill hound sneezes behind you. Another rat bone comes out, but as he stretches, Tomas, you see the like. There's no opening. Like he was like ready to fight as you were coming in, and then stops. Oh, you're not the lab people.
No, we're not. And if you want to, take your anger on those who did this to you, you better come with us, buddy.
You're gonna give me a chance to take my anger out on my captors, my jailers.
Yep.
Sure.
Just come out of here. Let's go.
You don't have to say that twice to me. He stalks forward, and you can see he's like fully, as he, with grace and a supernatural speed, walks forward, makes his way over to the module and comes in. Achimo just like looking at him, like you can see her tracking him with her eyes as she sets up the module to go to the next like prison cell.
All right.
He's barefoot, and you can see like pretty hairy. And as he like reaches out and like touches one of the consoles, his like he's got these sharpened claws. He kind of like drags them a little bit, and the technology just slices open. But he doesn't damage it too much. He just kind of, it seems like he just like playfully destroys. Like, it's like ripping a blade of grass out of the ground, you know.
Name's Quinn. You?
Silverback.
Nice to have you on the team, Silverback.
Silverback. I am Tomas.
He sees you, Tomas, sizes you up, and goes in for the fucking predator handshake.
Instinctually, I'm just standing there like, clasp it.
Roll me a might check. I just want to see who's stronger right now.
Damn.
Okay. I mean, this is just a flat roll. Oh no, please. 8.
An 8. You feel like he could overpower you at a moment's notice. The difference is that big right now. Just in this handshake, maybe you weren't expecting it.
Yeah, I give him a little bit of a floppy fish, you know.
A little bit of a little floppy fish.
He's like jostling me, like just from the sheer like.
We've been
like,
through a lot.
He's got so much more strength put into it, so I just kind of like get shook by it a little bit.
So he backs off, and you see, I think as you're making your way, Ashimo's kind of there, and she's like, "So Silverback's your birth name?" And he just like looks down at her and goes, "I don't remember any other name, and that was the code name they gave me." Oh, code name? Do you all have code names? And she kind of like looks over, like looks at Quinn, looks at Tomas.
As long as the code name was against the lab peeps, we're good.
Just Tomas. And a number.
What was your number?
5, 6, 7. I do not remember.
8?
8.
I believe it was 8. Yeah, one of those.
I'm pretty sure it was 8.
It was 8. It was 8.
5, 6, no, 6, 7, 8. That was your counts.
The Silverback just, my number was 2.
Oh, interesting. How about you, Achimo? What was your number again?
My number was 3. And I think I should like to be called Persephone.
Persephone. Was that your code name, or was Achimo your code name?
I'll never tell. And you can roll me an intellect if you'd like to like kind of get an insight.
Yeah, I'm curious now.
Yeah, target number
18!
12. Yeah. She didn't have a code name. She just made it up.
She just
She wants a cool
wanted
code name
one.
too.
I love it. Persephone it is then. All right, on to the next one.
Wow. I just want everyone to know that CJ says they forgot about auto, which means 8.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
wish he was 8.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Gotta get on stream.
Hilarious. Right. You make your way to now, like the module stops. You get to the next of these kind of enclosures. In this one, there is an intense, like, buzzing, a hum. And as the door opens, there's like a icky gooiness to the interior, kind of like partially collapsed, and something starts making its way towards you. This chimera looking insect with wings, just glowing eyes, so many glowing eyes all over the front, back. It's almost as if there was like a helmet of chitin filled with eyes. And as each of you kind of like get caught in one of those orbs, you blink, and there is a person standing there, just with loose, flowy garments, like a shimmering rainbow sheen, and they say, "My, is this an escape?"
How did you know?
Well, none of you are Dr. Mario.
Yep,
He's the
yeah,
only one.
you're on it. I'm getting all of you guys out of here for the better good.
Perfect. Call me B. And he
B.
winks. And you see the face is just kind of like just short, like close cropped hair, like very nondescript. And I think that as they come in and kind of like go off to one side a little bit, you notice that they're hovering just an inch off the ground. And as they like lean back onto one of the consoles, they also like don't touch the console necessarily. They're just kind of like sitting there, floating.
All right, everyone, this is B, our newest member of the team. On to the next one.
Yeah,
And we
he
did
just
the
looks around.
roundup.
He's like, "Are we doing introductions?
Up to you.
Are we hanging out after?"
Yes. If you want to. But for now, you know.
Are you good at hanging?
Silverback just like growls.
Again, if you want to, but for now, let's focus on getting out of here, right, guys?
And Ashimo goes, "I'm Persephone."
Is she feeling herself?
Yes.
Perfect. And you get to the last one. As the door starts to open, Silverback just hackles go up on his head, and he fully just like lurches forward, claws at the ready, snarls, like, "Whatever's behind there, the bloodlust." And as the doors begin to open, you just see a lone woman, head forward, long, like wet hair in front of their face, and all of a sudden you blink and she's just in the elevator shaft
Oh,
with all of
no.
you in the middle of the room.
Hello.
Tomas,
You want to get out of here?
And she walks slowly over to you, Quinn, and takes your face and looks up at you. And you see large, dark eyes, black, bottomless pools, a very pale face. Not
That's Persephone. I point at her.
don't take that away from her.
I'm just trying to distract this creature that's very focused on me.
and she takes your hand and just holds your hand.
Okay.
And meanwhile, Silverback is like the far side of the room away from her, just like almost like pressing himself against. And Persephone is just like, well, I guess we can go to the exit now. Couple taps on the computer, the console, and starts moving.
We're still missing 2, though.
That was all 3.
There are no
It's
others.
not the 2 that I expected.
Who'd you expect?
Well, see, there were 2 other experiments that were with Thomas. I wouldn't want to leave them behind, if that makes sense. Hermes! I tried to
Is
talk
there
to
a
my
way
helmet.
to find them?
Yeah, Hermes just like comes to life in your helmet and it's just like, I can't find them in the network anymore now that everything's kind of turned off and we're kind of cut off in this module room. But
Okay.
I'm sure it'll be fine. They seemed like they were moving and they had a kind of a route to an exit. So
Okay, maybe we can find them outside.
They will make
I think
it.
so. I think it's best to get to some sort of safety before we start searching for others.
Sounds good. Okay, yeah, to the exit then. And I look at the person holding my hand. I'm like, do you have a name, by the way? Mine's Quinn.
She looks at you and you see that she has 2 very pale silver irises now, and smiles at you. And she seems very young. A little bit of like freckles now on her skin, not just that pale white. And the hair seems like it's drying out a little. And she just says quietly, I do, but I'm having trouble remembering right now.
Okay.
I'm just
What shall we call
waking
you
up.
for now?
Call me Zero.
0. Okay. That works for now. So everyone, we have 0 on the team now. Let's exit. Let us be a mischievous team that gets back at the lab people.
B looks at you and goes, I'm not getting back at anyone.
Okay, you can just leave then, I guess, once we're out.
Oh, and you're going to tell me what to do?
No,
Excuse me.
you got all the choices you want.
Yeah, keep telling me what I can do.
Okay, moving on. Persephone?
And then Persephone's like, yeah, we're going. Like, it's just like taking time to like move through the facility. And B is just like, so who put her in charge, huh?
My boss, apparently.
She's very
Oh,
smart.
you work for these people?
Well, not these people, some other people.
You're going, sugar. Looks at Tomas. And you're her bodyguard, I guess?
I have a body and I can guard.
He's a friend. Well, I hope we're friends by now.
We did eat together.
Well, I can't wait till we get to the outside. Although all these explosions can't be good for anything out there.
Well, better than being in this box, waiting for it to collapse.
I'm gonna like walk into like the middle of the room and sort of like lean down and pick up the rat bone that got expelled. Oh, maybe there's a little bit of meat left on it. I'm gonna walk up to B and like sort of hand it to them. Friends eat together.
Just like takes the bone, looks at it, and like, yeah, I mean, there's like a little bit of meat or whatever left on it, and you see like as B passes their hand over it, the meat kind of like gets a little bit like gooey, like slimy almost for a second, and like gets eaten and goes, oh, what was this? Like a rat. That's an enormous rat.
Yep.
Exactly right.
Oh, thank you. And then B like breaks the bone in their hands and tosses one of the ends over to Silverback and tosses the other one over to Zero. Silverback catches it, just like rolls his eyes and slurps the marrow out of it. Zero just puts her hand in like a stop motion, and the bone stops and falls to the floor. She goes, none for me, thank you. It's the thought that counts, perhaps.
Well, we are all
But as
friends.
the bone hits the floor, it turns to dust.
Oh.
I'm
All
scared
of
of
you
these
guys got cool tricks. Once we're outside, we can eat plenty more food together. And then all of you can decide what you want to do. But for
All right.
now,
As the elevator pulls up, ding, module, everyone kind of like starts to like file out. And you hear like all of a sudden from very nearby a kind of crashing sound, and then the laugh of Dr. Mario Hiroyuki rings out. Silverback is gone in a second to running towards the laugh. And as B just goes, fuck this, and fucking jets in the other direction.
Okay.
We are left with Persephone, Tomas,
Zero.
Quinn, Drillhound,
Yes.
and Zero, who are all here. Just you're in the entranceway, and I think that you have a moment to decide what to do.
Look at Quinn. We get back at them.
Is that what you want, Tomas? I made lots of decisions for us, but what do you want?
I want to find my friends.
Likewise. Let's check outside if they're there. If not, well, that's the thing. I'm afraid. What if they're with the doctor? What if the doctor got them? We have no idea where they were left.
And as you say that,
Then we should go.
you hear, I think it's Otto's voice cry out in pain from the direction of Mario.
Oh, our
You're not on stream, but I can hear it now.
Oh, you watching at home?
wait.
Otto's voice is here on stream with us in the background, but you can't hear him. But with that, I will say we'll end our episode as all of you maybe race. You kind of like Zero trailing after you, the Drillhound running after Tomas as they go into battle. Quinn kind of roller skating, and we'll pick up next time with the whole party. Plus
Yay!
a few experiments and a few friends made along the way, fighting Dr. Mario Hiroyuki.
Amazing.
Can we get an auto scream again, though?
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
perfect. Thank you.
Your best Wilhelm scream impression.
It's perfect.
Rushing into battle. Sweet. I freaking called it, by the way. I called it.
Call.
You called
I
it.
called that we would show up to help them fight Mario. I was telling Diana as we were watching it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, this is a great place.
I'm
For
like,
us.
yeah, this would be such a good place to get us back together.
You got me.
DM
That's
to
it
DM.
for today's adventure on the Hexagon TTRPG. Thank you all for being here and making it an amazing session. If you enjoyed the game, don't forget to follow so you're ready for our next episode. You can find more content, behind the scenes updates on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. Just look for at the Hexagon TTRPG. That's Peter as the Tough Thomas and Diana as Quinn T314. And me, your GM, Brent, signing off. We're Hexagon. Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Your treasure.